At present, there are more than 10.3 million people of more than 60 years old in Thailand. It is estimated that the elderly population will grow to 1/5 of the total population by 2022. As a result, the government has placed a stronger emphasis on taking care of growing population. Swadika, welcome to Thailand Today program on NBT World. Today we have Mr. Thithat Jingkankun. He's the director of the JARTON Group. He will introduce us the products of their innovations designed for the elderly people. Swadika.
Swadika.
Welcome to Thailand Today program, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, today we are talking about household items to support aging society. Director, if we talk about aging society, before it was a sad story. But today you want to bring something
Yes.
to be a lively,
Yes.
something better for life, right?
Exactly. Yes. It's just something that we need to face. It's the truth of life that, you know, elderly people is the core of the family institutions and is the base of everything in our society. So at JARTON, we see that elderly people is the most concerned concept right now that we need to aim the solutions and the products to serve how they survive in the society today. Yeah.
Before we get into the product, let's talk about the general situation of the elderly people.
Yeah.
In Thailand, if we normally taking care of them at home, children coming in every occasionally festivity days or something. But now, everybody go out to work. Is it? I mean, maybe you are dealing with this matter. So, it is all right, or the thing is it something changed in Thai society if we put an elderly person out to the elderly home?
Well, I think we can view it as two ways. The first way that the home itself needs to be the universal design concept. That means in this one home, anyone can be living happily in this home. And the second way is that if you are not ready enough or you're not proper enough to take care of the elderly at this one home, then we should send the elderly to be taken care at the elder home. So that is more appropriate for the elderly to survive and in that living. But however, with the universal design concept home, that means, you know, since the baby, the teenage, the adults, and also the elderly can live happily together in one home. And actually, we convey this concept even much more nowadays because, you know, family is the heart, is the main concept of everything. So everyone need to be together, you know, to help and to support each other. Yeah.
I'm sure because some of the elderly people who are watching our program and listening to the director of the JARTON Group will be very happy that yes, I'm going to be safe from there, send me out of the home, you know.
Exactly.
But this, because it depends on how ready you are, as you say, because in some family not able to do so.
Yes.
But the other one.
Yes.
So right, let's come back to this. So important for coming aging society. How is it? How important it is because we are moving on like 20 something years, 2022.
Yeah.
We need to be fully like that.
Yes.
It's the good news.
Yes. Yeah, I think it is very important right now that we take care and we focus on this issue because in my opinion, I think to prevent the loss from the injuries of the elderly is more important than, you know, healing the loss itself. That means if we can take care of the elderly to be happily, not only health but mentally happy. So together with this, they can live with by their own and without, you know, have to be a burden of the kids or their child. So that this is quite very important in the society today.
Yeah, generalized if someone send out of the children, the parents out or grandma, stay in a aging society, aging home or something, that they pay costly. It's quite costly to do so. That's the reason why that we invite a director of JARTON here and to tell us about there are some ways somehow that it can be kept at home.
Yes.
Equally, the pricing. We'll ask about the pricing and on later because you need to tell us something about that.
Yeah.
So tell me, what are the major changes of household items marketing concept for that?
Exactly. I think the most important thing today, we need to make them self-sustained. I mean, no matter in the house there would be someone or they would live by themselves. They must be living by themselves. So when we do the solution or when we do the products for them, we try to make everything suitable for them. We categorize them into 3 parts.
Okay.
The first one is the material.
Material.
Yes, and the second one is the functions, and the third one is the usage. The first one, the material, how important it is because when we get more old, when we get older, we tend to be more sensitive, in terms of our eyes, our skin and everything. So the material must be very clean, number one, and must be not too sensitive to the skin. Normal products that we have been selling before this, maybe like 5 years ago, just use normal stainless steel, where when we touch, we feel it's quite hot, it's quite cold, according to the weather outside. But right now we developed the new material that we use, the nylon 6.
Nylon what?
Nylon 6.
Nylon 6.
Yeah, it's a kind of is a technical terms for is the kinds of the plastic. But when you touch it, you don't feel the weather, whether it's too hot or too cold. It will be the normal room temperature. So this could get more pleasure to the elderly. So this is only the one sample of the material in my opinion that we should move forward, aim to this industry. And also the second one is the function. The function is that we need to make all the devices and all the products to be less dependent on humans. Means that you can be by your own. You don't need the human assistant to help you.
By speaking or sounding.
The thing that we developed today is the robot. And as I bring him today also, we call him the JARTON bot.
JARTON bot.
Yeah, JARTON bot is the robot that can act as the caregiver instead of the real human.
Really? It doesn't look helpful.
It can do a lot more than it looks.
Movable? It moves?
It's movable,
Okay.
It's movable and we can control them from anywhere in the world. We can connect to the internet and then we do the video call. We can talk to our parents at home.
Okay.
And also we have the function of the face recognition. We put in the artificial intelligence, which is AI, where your parents can be talking to the robot himself and cannot feel lonely even if he's by himself at home. And that's the second one for this function. And the third one is for the usage. I mean, this one should be must comply with the physical constraint of the elderly. As you might know already that maybe if when we get a bit older, our memories tend to be get lost very easily and we might lose some memorization. So we try to develop the products that need no memory and and also for the fingerprint might have some fade away or something like that. So we develop the products like that. So it's come to the JARTON face scan. Where the elderly when they want to get in the home, they don't need to memorize the passcode. They don't have to pick up the card. Nothing. They just go to the face scan and the product scan the face and okay, if it's you, then you can go in. Yeah, and we have the digital door locks where
Right.
you can control by using the cell phone. Just push the button and then you can get in. No need to memorize all the password, the passcode, or anything. Yeah, so in my opinion, three main things: the material, the function, and the usage. In terms of the products or the solutions as a whole, that we need to, support the coming trend of the elderly. It's the knowledge. What we are doing today, we are not selling the products. We try to communicate the knowledge of how to take care of the elderly properly. You don't need to buy products, but you just need to take care of them in the proper way. And with this, it doesn't come out by itself. You need to study, and you need to give more time, pay attention to this issue. This become more and more crucial. We have to change before we are forced to change, right?
ASEAN Economic Community. Having the same hopes and mutual intentions to create sustainable growth and permanent economic progress within the framework of the ASEAN Comprehensive Investment Agreement. The ACIA exists to facilitate trade and commerce between member nations, as well as to improve quality of people's lives. One vision, one identity, one community.
So, Mr. Director of JARTON Group, today is a great opportunity.
Yes.
Because we have our guests from the Xinhua news agency here
That's
to come
very
and
nice.
listen to you. Maybe many of them, though they are still young, but still they may looking for
All of
for
you are
your
still young.
in the
Yeah, we can
future.
see.
So,
พวกหญิง
well,
กวางหลิง พวกหญิงกวางหลิง
Welcome you all.
Welcome.
Okay. All right. So let's continue with this. So this particular thing, and you talk about usages, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
to me, because the memory power, as we said, the elderly memory power be less in that, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be easy to operate in.
Actually, if you talk about the robots, they don't need to memorize anything. Yeah, they
That's
just
if we don't.
Yeah, you just go to them. You can talk to them because they have the function, the sensor function. They can wake up by itself. Yeah,
that is very
but
interesting.
I can exaggerate more in terms of the usage. When you design the house, the universal design concept house, you need to design everything in the house, every touch of the elderly to be universal. Start from the entranceway. Normally, the normal house, we have the stairs, and we have to climb up the stairs, maybe 3 stairs or 4 stairs. We have to change that to the ramp. So that means if you use the wheelchair, then the wheelchair can get up on the ramp, and if you walk, you can walk more easily with the ramp. When you go into the bathroom.
Okay.
This is I think from the stats, we have our R&D team and we do the research. They say that most of the accidents happen in the house, happened in the bathroom.
Of course. That's always happening for that.
Yeah, exactly. So we do the research on that and we create the products that assist the elderly to walk and move safely in the bathroom. We have the chairs that can be when you take a shower, you can sit on the chair, and when you walk, you have the rails, and then you don't have to walk by yourself. You can grab the rails, and then you can walk safely and to take a shower. And when you finish taking shower, you go to the bedroom. When you go to sleep, I think we did a research also that one of the most important thing in the bedroom is the light. Yeah, the light would convey the comfortness, would convey how the elderly would live their life in the bedroom. So number one is the lighting. Number two is the setting of the beds, of the desks, of the chairs, and everything. So by saying universal design concept, all these concerns must be taken into account.
But how about the house? Because we have to be fair with the housing some people who already built. So this is also can be an alternative for arrangement for them to accordingly use it they need it.
Exactly. If if the homeowners do not want to invest in terms of setting up new bathroom or buying the new ramp, taking out the stairs, it's okay. It's very okay. If you want to start in the first phase of modifying your rooms to be more elderly friendly. My suggestion, the first thing is that you need to clean up the space. If you stay by yourself, okay, it's easy. You can walk to the left, walk to the right. There's many messy things on your floor and everything. But if you live with the elderly, the first thing you need to do is to clean up the space.
Clean up means it's in a sense of cleanliness or more space that you acquire?
I think both. Because, in terms of the space, the elderly tend to,
They need ample.
Yeah.
Ample of space.
Yeah. And also their eyes, they cannot see quite clearly as we do. So they should have more space that they can walk and if they kick to anything, doesn't hurt them. And in terms of the cleanliness also, they tend to be more sensitive in germs and everything. So yeah, both ways. So clean up the space, try to find the things that match with what they can see. There is a research that the elderly eyes, they can see the colors very clearly, two colors, red and yellow. Just two colors. Yeah. So if anything that is quite, crucial, like switch or the power socket or something like that, easily you can just maybe buy some sticker or paint or do something, make them see more clearly
Make it to yellow.
Or red.
Or red.
Yeah. There are colors that they can see quite blur, which is the blue, the purple. All those colors should be, get away if it is the crucial devices that might get the elderly hurt. So this is quite easy, and you do not need to buy all these products. You don't need to invest anything. Yeah.
Since you are dealing in this business, actually,
Sure, yeah.
Where I'm sure because this is not just mentioning, not just prepare for the aging people also, but it's generalized for the kids or babies and all that, toddler and all kind of thing. How about this? How about we are so concerned about our aging society.
Yeah.
We are looking forward, like you are doing, preparing. You're looking prepare for them. How about countries in ASEAN?
Okay.
Do they have the same situation like us?
Okay. Actually, we have the markets in ASEAN countries. We export to 17 countries right
really?
now, worldwide. And some of them are in ASEAN countries also. So we did a bit of the market research on our customers in those nations. As you know, right now, Singapore become the number one in ASEAN countries in terms of the number of the elderly population. And Thailand, surprisingly to me also, we become number two. We're running second in terms of the number of the elderly population, and Vietnam become the third. So in Singapore right now that we talk to our customer in terms of the elderly, they have been preparing for the aging society for more than 50 years, in terms of the government welfare, the pension fund, and how the adults would take care of the elderly and everything. So we are not too late. And I think we're just in time that we catch this trend and we, in all industry, not only the equipment or the homeowners, but every single one in the society, we need to pay a lot of attention to this because other countries, they are preparing for so long.
But still way back to
exactly.
I'm really, especially Singapore, as you said, because I'm so I did very much appreciated with the elderly works. The taxi drivers, we talk about eyesight, there's no problem over there.
Exactly.
And that is the preparedness that the country giving to the people.
I totally agree with you. And I think one thing that Thailand has been starting is we expand, right?
The years
the age of the retirement. And yeah, I think this is a very good start that, okay, you don't have to be 60 to be retired. If you're 70 and you can still work, then
and you can still keep lots of money to buy these things.
Oh yeah, it doesn't need a lot of money actually, but yeah.
But they have to prepare themselves.
Yeah, exactly, and you can be valuable to the society. And this one, I think, is the very, very important in terms of create the social values.
Yeah. So, what's your suggestion on the on house renovation for elderly people, apart from the robots? And what are these?
They are the facial scan, they are the digital locks, and we didn't bring today, but we do have the grab rails. We have the lock sets.
The rail? Just
rails.
Normal rail?
Is the rail with the nylon 6 with the antibacterial created for the elderly.
Okay.
Yeah, mainly our customer mainly in the hospitals and in the home care, daycare institutions.
I wonder what this is telephone.
Well, no, this is actually the facial scan. It is the access control.
Scan.
Yeah, you can see your face here. We didn't plug in the electricity, but when we plug in the electricity, then this is your face. And if you just walk and you stand in front of here, if it's you that
just to convey a message or what?
No, if you register yourself, you register your face into this machine.
Okay.
Once you go to your house or you go to your doors,
nobody can enter without.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it must connect to the magnetic locks. It's a total solutions. Yeah.
And this is interesting.
This is the digital locks, and you can use a passcode. You can use the cards. You can use your cell phone. As I mentioned earlier, that you can use a mobile application to turn on the lock set without memorizing the passcode. The passcode is just an option. Yeah.
This is a message to our senior citizen.
Yeah.
No need to worry about it.
Exactly.
You'll be safe, you'll be happy in your life, but the last part of your life.
But again, I would like to reiterate again, all these devices, all these options, it's just an option to you, right? It doesn't need to be buying, okay, I have an old people, I have to buy all this into our home. It's not necessary. I think the most important thing is, the love, the care that you give to your elderly at home and how you prepare for them, as we mentioned earlier, right? The cleanliness, the space and everything, easily that you can take care of the elderly.
Language that you use to them.
Exactly.
It's so important. It's so soothing.
Yeah.
That's giving everything. More than any other support.
Exactly. We need to communicate with them to make them feel that they are valuable to us. Yeah, exactly.
Not only taking their property, but also give them something.
Exactly.
So, what are the major changes of household items marketing concept towards the aging society? We did talk about it already, right?
Yeah.
So, for the most concern about this, the most concern of household item for elderly people.
I think it's the knowledge. What we are doing today, we are not selling the products. We try to communicate the knowledge of how to take care of the elderly properly. You don't need to buy products, but you just need to take care of them in the proper way. And with this, it doesn't come out by itself. You need to study, and you need to give more time, pay attention to this issue. This become more and more crucial. We have to change before we are forced to change, right? So this is, I think, is the most important issue right now.
My last question is, buying all these, this also giving them convenience.
Yeah.
So is it so expensive that the ones cannot reach or something?
Well,
you don't have to tell me exactly, but
sure. Actually, JARTON, we are the factory, and we have our.
Is it Thailand?
Product? It's a Thailand base, and we have been in the market for almost 40 years. Since 1978, and we have the Thai employees. We have roughly around 300 employees right now.
Wow!
And we have our own production facility. So. The price wise is very affordable. Less than it's like thousands. It's not like 10,000 100,000 is not like that. Yeah, and we have many wide range of product group. We have the economy products, we have the medium range products, and we have the high-end luxurious range products. So
I'm asking this because I'm going to prepare myself.
oh, so it's a long time for you.
All
You
right.
don't need to prepare now.
Okay, sir. So wish you all the best and
Thank you very
continue
much.
with your great job to the
Thank you.
society, actually.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We're ending up our program with great thanks to Mr. Titat Jing Kan Kun. He's the director of the JARTON Group. And thank you so much for being here. สวัสดีค่ะ And come back and tell us more in the future. Have a great day. Thanks for watching Thailand Today and hope to see you again. สวัสดีค่ะ